Today on the channel, it's truly Tiffy time for a first time in the Elite line. Tiffany Stratton Mattel Elite Series 113.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite unboxing and review. And today, we're at Series 113 for Tiffany Stratton. But for all your Tiffany Stratton needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And first time the Elite line, however, we did have a main event figure, I don't know, 5 months ago, 6 months ago. What is time? And that was one of the figures from the main event line that really jump-started kind of the women's revolution, I guess, in pricing, as we see a lot of those main event female figures skyrocketing in prices. Not sure if they're harder to get or if there's more demand. Not sure exactly. We'll have to see how that nets out over the next year or so. But we've seen a lot of that in that Tiffany Stratton going for $40, $50 for a main event figure that's $11.99 retail. Pretty wild to think about here, but a lot of people are going to be excited. They've been probably waiting for the Elite, and there's some that gets them all. And of course, we'll bring that one out later on in this very video. But a lot of people excited about her Elite. Of course, jumping from NXT to the main roster over there on SmackDown, winning the women's Money in the Bank this year, of course, all over SmackDown every single week with Jakks. So she's got a lot going on for her right now on WWE TV. So I have to imagine when this hits retail, should be a pretty popular figure. And speaking of figures, her figure, no, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And like I said, we'll do some comparisons later on in this video. But we're pretty in pink right here. We got a cowgirl. Who knows what she's up to? Looking good in pink, though. Got the cowboy hat on. Like a young Waylon Jennings. Very similar, these two. I'm sure they've been compared many times. Or maybe this is the first time in the history of the universe that Tiffany Stratton and Waylon Jennings have been mentioned in the same sentence. Very well could be the case here. Somebody fact check it if you want to. Tiffy time on the side there is old Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton down here, WWE logo. Big bubble window there, Elite. 8 and up. Yep, 8 and up, WWE logo. On the side, there she is, looking good. Looking only like she could look, as one may say. Certified Authentic Elite Tiffany Stratton. And then on the back, got the tail of the tape, got the blurb. We got the glamour shot. We got the cross-sell. Of course, this is Series 113. Stay tuned to the channel. We'll unbox all these ones sooner than later. Carlito being the chase right here. And, of course, we'll rank the entire wave like we usually do when we get around to it. So much to keep up with Mattel figures right now. A lot of stuff hitting, so we're all over the place, kamikaze style, of course. But let's see what it says about Tiffany Stratton. From Prior Lake, Minnesota. Oh, beautiful this time of year. I will be in Prior Lake, Minnesota on the 21st of October. I'll see you guys all there. Come find me, and I'm going to go walking around. Is it Tiffy time? Does anybody know? And it'll be interesting if anybody knows what I'm talking about up there. I think she was a gymnast up there, so I'm sure in the gymnast circles they know Tiffany Stratton. And I, of course, know Tiffany from wrestling. NXT, she really cut her teeth. A lot of the work flew under the radar, but she had a pretty good run down there. Continuing on over to SmackDown, it seems like here. 5'7" finisher, the prettiest moonsault ever. It's Tiffy time whenever the center of the universe steps inside the ring to put her incredible athleticism on display. And we got CM Punk in this wave right here. First time in the line, Trick Williams, Kofi Kingston, Tiffany Stratton right here. First time in the line, Dragon Lee and Carlito. So an interesting mix in this upcoming 113 set right here. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic Prison, not a ton going on in here. Got some hands, got some jazz hands in there. And she's also locked in at the feet right here is old Tiffy time. And Tiffany looking a little bit different than her NXT days too. She did get a few enhancements we saw on TV, and she's putting those to good use as well. But really stepping her game up over there on SmackDown. It'll be interesting if she finally cashes in that Money in the Bank. against, of course, Nia Jakks. My gut tells me she probably will. Probably have a baby face turn and be a good guy for a while. But I think she is more of a natural heel, and I think she will probably settle into that most of the time in her career. See you later. Goodbye. Let's get down to Tiffy time business here with Tiffany Stratton. As I mentioned, 2 splayed out hands right here. She's got the jazz hands. She's going to be dancing. She's going to be doing all kinds of stuff. Maybe even some gymnastics if she needs to. But we do get that. And then we do get 2 gripping hands out of the package with her as well. So all the hands you could want that aren't fists, I guess is what we'll call it. We do get a nice cowboy hat here. Kind of the rhinestones and stuff on it. A little bit of a sparkle to it, like a whitish gray here. This is a hat I'd wear out on the town if I needed to. You know, it's a very stylish hat, I'm sure. I'm sure it's something Waylon Jennings would wear as well. Well, shout out to old Waylon. But now we got old Tiffany Stratton out of the package here. Got to say, the head does look improved over the main event, and it should, of course. But you could go back and forth in the head sculpt, so we might do that later on in this video as well. But it does look like Tiffany Stratton. I think most people, though, might say they're not sure if, like, you pop this head off, hand it to somebody, who is this? They might say, well, I'm not so sure, because she is a fresh face. She is still fairly new. Got the blonde hair going on. You got all kinds of hair going there, braided in there, looking very, very nice. And then quite the outfit going on here, almost like a cheerleader or gymnast, I guess technically they're called. All kinds of stars all over on that top. The pink and white attack looking very, very nice up there. Going all around, no scuffage, no paint stuff, no issues there. You got the stars on the wrist tape as well. Does match her tights here, looking very good. You got the painted on kind of buckle going there in silver. You got stars on the back once again. Some garters going on. Yellow, white, and pink on the knee pads looking good. White boots with some pink stars throughout. I got a little bit of overspray on the tip of the toe there. Not the end of the world, I would say. Arms all the way around for us. Do get a bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows. You know those are the hits I want to be played. Hands back and forth, side to side. You do get the hula hoop at the top, plus traditional waist. It's Tiffy time with those big old splits. She's ready to do the prettiest moonsault ever. It is quite the moonsault. I've heard it makes RVD blush. Somebody fact check that if you want to. Thigh cut right there. Double jointed pinless knees. The hits continue. Boot cut, ankles, back and forth, a little up and down. Action very tight in the ankles, I will say, but a good movement there. Of course, that new ankle technology looking a little bit better. You don't have that long the pin, whatever you want to call it there, but definitely moves pretty nice, but very, very tight, I will say that. But looking good as far as the first time in the line figure, old Tiffany Stratton. Not looking too bad here. Have to imagine we got more Tiffany Stratton figures around the corner. You know we're going to get a Money in the Bank version. Wouldn't be shocked, like I said, if she wins the title. We'd get a title version. Who knows? Maybe even an Ultimate in her future in 2026. Put your odds down at Vegas is what I'll say about that one there. She does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Well, you know that hat fits right on her head like it's supposed to be there. Like it's supposed to be there. How about that? Did mention her first figure right here. We do get this. Obviously, this Elite blows away this main event one across the board. Better body, better articulation, of course, better head sculpt. But as I did say, we should be able to... There's one. Can we switch the heads on these? Let's see what's going on if we switch the heads. Not sure that's going to be for everybody, but boy, if you're a hardcore Tiffany fan, you buy multiples of these, you switch the heads, you do different hands, you make it as different as possible. Yeah, that works. I mean, it doesn't look the best, but it definitely works over here. Looking not bad over here either. Maybe a little bit long in the neck, almost looking like Charlotte Flair over here. Have to imagine her and Charlotte Flair are going to meet up one day for a hot feud, a hot blood feud, I would have to think. We'll wait and see what happens that day, but not bad. Both of these versions are not bad for Tiffany Stratton. Like I said, next one I assume we'll get the women's Money in the Bank briefcase with her with that gear. She won that, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Probably off to the races. That's where it usually ends up going. But you can't complain too much about this Tiffany Stratton. A very good figure. First time in the Elite line. First time in the main event line. Not bad across the board. But what say you guys and gals out there? You picking up the Tiffany Strattons? You all in on Tiffany Stratton? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you over on Patreon, including early access to both YouTube channels. Plus, you get all the glamour shots, giveaways, dog stuff, pizza stuff. It's all over there on the Patreon. Appreciate the support from everybody on the Patreon. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, pick up a t-shirt. Don't forget my book, The Complete Guide to the WWE Jakks Class Superstar Series. Almost 700 pages over there on Barnes & Noble and Amazon, and now on Kindle. You can also follow me over on social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Tiffy time, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.